So mathematical function notation. Is that in focus? I can't tell. Is that in focus? This my handwriting stinks, right? Function notation. So the way that we write a function mathematically is we write f of x, and let's give this function, let's call this 3x squared minus x. Okay? Let's label all these parts. This f is the function name. Okay? What do you think the x is? Yeah, that's right. The x's were the input. This is our input variable. Okay? Now, everything on the right-hand side in green here, this can be different for every function, right? Okay, I'm sure you've probably seen some. It can be different. But everything on the right-hand side, it is a rule, a mathematical or algebraic expression, a rule that tells us how to calculate the function. Okay? Now, the function doesn't have to be f. We could have functions like g, and we'd have g of x. So you would read this as f of x. Okay? Okay, so let's do some examples. What is f of 1? How many of you know what to do here? Okay, so what we do, here's our function. Now, in our definition, our x is input, right? Now, in our problem example, what's our input? 1. So that means everywhere, now I go to my rule. Everywhere I see an x in my rule, I'm going to stick in, instead of an x, what do you think I'm going to stick in? A 1. And that's exactly right. So we want to be careful. We'll start off with an easy one. 3, 1 squared. Okay, so I'm coming from my rule. This 3 is from my rule. This x becomes a 1. This x is squared. And then it's going to be a minus a 1. Now just calculate it out. This is 3 minus 1, which is 2. Okay? Now remember, a function is a relation. The input was 1. What's the output for 1? 2. So whenever you calculate this number, this is the output. So what is the point that would come from this function? Gives the point, or the relation, remember a point is a relation, gives the point x is 1, and my output, which was, if you go back to your definition, your output is your y. So this is my output, so what is my y? 2. Okay? So this is how we calculate functions, how we're going to use them. Now, what is, everyone try f of 2. Try it out yourself. See what you get. You don't have to give me the order pair. Just find the value, the function value, the output of f of 2. Plug in 2 for your x. Okay, so you should get 10, but let me go over it. Okay, maybe you can see You can do the next one. So my input is 2. So I have to keep going up and down. This is the rule that I'm using. Okay, this is what I want to plug my 2 into, basically, right? You okay? Are you laughing at me? You can laugh at me. That's okay. I don't mind. I'd love it if you laugh at me. Okay. So I'm going to write 3 from my rule. Excuse me. And then I'm going to write this x is, instead of x, what is it? 2. So it's 2 and it's squared. Minus this x is a 2. Now we just do 3. What is 2 squared? 4 minus 2. What does this notation mean? 3 times 4, which is 12 minus 2, which is 10. Okay? How many of you got that right? Okay, good. All right, let's step it up a notch.